Welcome, everyone. I'm Angelo Robles at Family Office Association. Well, we are going through trying times. I'm not going to do the video from the perspective of imparting expert advice. I'm not an expert on the coronavirus. Like all of you, I'm empathetic for families that have been affected, and we're all being careful during times like this with social distancing. Washing our hands, not touching our face. But enough about that. I think, again, you all have more than enough resources relative to the coronavirus. I did want to have a chance as the leader of Family Office Association to talk a little bit more so about what we're doing during a time of crisis like this as an organization and what we look to do moving forward. How long this will last, kind of this new world order, weeks, months, a year, or longer, of course, none of us know. We're optimistic, but again, we have no assurances or guarantees. We've never quite been through something like this before. As a membership organization, providing more than just events, but events are important, and we think we're good at it, but providing content and thought leadership. This is a time to be cool and calm, to reflect, and have a somewhat of a pivot and adapt to what could be in the short term, a new future. So on that note, I think it's important for not just my organization, but really any of you that own a business. We have to do the best we could, making the most of the circumstances or of the circumstances that we're in. This gives us a chance, since I'm so active in writing and thought leadership, to reflect and to do more and more on what we're doing both with remote teams, a virtual family office, and other initiatives in the single family office community from a content perspective. But much more than that, it gives us a chance to kind of look at our technology and realize that some of it is a little dated. What could we do to enhance that? And we already started that a couple of weeks ago. Going to a complete new website, much more interactive, fun, engaging, and that will be ready relatively shortly in about a month and a half or 2 months. But there really is two core initiatives that I'm thinking of that are really going to be important during times like this. And one we're launching this week, and I'm talking now, so you don't have maybe a reflection of the date, but it's the 15th of March. Within the next week, we're going to be launching our new online member communication platform portal, 24/7, anywhere in the world, very powerful with a beautiful, easy-to-use interface, an opportunity for our families and single-family offices to be interactive with each other, to ask questions of me, of their peers, get responses back, pose concerns or maybe opportunities that they have. We've looked into a direct deal platform that may be a part of it. One day, when events are back to normal, there'll be an incredibly powerful platform for that. But in the meantime, as a resource for member communication, just in the last week, I received a truckload of questions every day, and it seems like more and more lately that we're getting is it could be anything. It could be on significant aviation issues and who is a leading thought leader from a legal perspective. What are options? What connections do we have? Or our peers have, even better than me or my team. So those are the things we're getting. Structuring a single family office. What are other families doing about blockchain, about cryptocurrencies? The resurgence during this challenging time of hedge funds and certain managers doing great. So there's lots of questions that our members have, our hundreds of relationships from around the world, and to bridge them together during challenging times to help address these issues and ask questions and get feedback, we think is incredibly important. So we're really excited to be offering that in just a couple of more days. And it's really going to be a powerful resource. Some of the most influential and powerful families and single family offices in the world banding together, hopefully for good, relative to us providing and being a curator per se of that platform. The other thing, a little bit like I'm doing now, which we've done selectively, we're actually pretty active on social media, but doing more videos, talking about initiatives in the family office community and things going on that we're seeing, looking forward to the future of the family office. As I say in my podcast on iTunes and Stitcher, the Effective Family Office podcast, that really is a core tenet in terms of who we are, not looking past, but really looking forward and looking to the future in really a changing world. These are things we need to adapt and make decisions on now, not necessarily a week from now or a month from now. So what we're going to be doing, besides more audio, a webcast as we call it, video and video webcasting, and of course my iTunes and Stitcher podcast, which we're looking to even expand that. We want to give people a chance to hear amazing leaders to interact. So doing live webcast, effectively kind of a live meeting, featuring some amazing guests. And oh, do we have some amazing guests upcoming in the coming weeks. But having a live audience to listen in, to ask questions along with me. And then if you don't have a chance to listen in live, the great part about online is it could be recorded. You could listen to it at your own convenience whenever you want. And really about any and all of those subjects that I just mentioned. CEOs of Fortune 500 companies and what they're doing during a time of leadership. We're having one of the world leaders about virtual family offices and managing remote teams, about hiring during trying times like this, about investing, about hedging, about gold and inflation and real estate and all these challenges that are facing families, not just our perspective as a researcher and hopeful thought leader, but again, featuring amazing guests to really be interactive with our audience and maybe having a way that could tie in to the online platform portal that I mentioned as well. So we're not sitting idle. There's lots of things for us to do to hopefully be a resource to our members and take our technology and our digital presence to another level and our communication and often how the younger generation communicates. So again, very challenging times, and it has impacted and affected my family. And we should be gravely concerned about many of these issues with the coronavirus. But I'm not just going to sit back and do nothing. I'm going to write. I'm going to be a thinker, a thought leader. We're going to do videos. We're going to do our online portal, revamping our website, revamping really our whole technology platform, taking it to where it probably should have been going back a couple of years ago. This gives us a chance to be proactive and to pivot. We've been successful as an organization. We have the resources to do this. We love events, but if we have to wait it out for months and months and months or even longer, we are still going to provide thought leadership and opportunity for connectivity and tremendous resources for our peers, our relationships through many different channels, including some of the ones I mentioned now, and this may be just the tip of the iceberg. We have lots of things planned to make it as interactive as we could. And then one day, whether it's months from now or longer, when events come back, and we love doing events, we'll have that, which we're always, I hope, very good at, coupled with even more content, online community, and a digital presence to make us all the more powerful and hopefully influential in our families, benefiting humanity and society, which so many of them do through their philanthropic efforts, impact investing, and much, much more. Well, that's enough, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a feel for what we're thinking, what we're doing, and how active we are going to be in the coming weeks to months. Thank you so much for listening in. We hope you have a chance to enjoy some of our upcoming podcast, webcast, and all we're doing. And you could reach out to me at any time. Those of you that may be listening in, that maybe aren't a member, you could reach me at familyofficeassociation.com at 203-570-2898 or Angelo at familyofficeassociation.com. Thank you so much and have a great evening.